Hi, and welcome to Mystic Mim Tarot. I want to say a special thank you today to all of you who have liked and shared my videos, as well as subscribed to my channel. I am extremely grateful to have nearly 20,000 subscribers. This was always one of my goals ever since I started YouTube. Today I am doing a reading from Spirit for you, Divine Feminine. We will get a lot of different messages from Spirit for you. We will then get several self-care tips and advice from Spirit for you in your daily life. I will conclude with songs too. This is only a general reading, not a personal one, so not every card will resonate with every Divine Feminine. Also, this reading is suitable for a Divine Masculine too. There is no gender in tarot. Let's get started. What would Spirit like to say to you today, Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, you have done a Houdini on this ex of yours. Your ex misses your genuine care and love. He misses you asking him how his day was. He misses you having a home-cooked meal waiting there for him every night. He misses his clothes being ironed for work. His life was so simple when you were in it. The karmic can do all of the magic she wants on you. It doesn't work because you are highly protected. It all gets returned to her. She's making her own life unbearable all over a man that you don't even want. Your fallen ex-twin flame is on a downward spiral that he created for himself. He chose the karmic over you. He is stuck in heavy addictions and abuses sex, drugs, and alcohol. He knows now what he has lost regarding you. He really has made you suffer. You will get a high-level soulmate now as his replacement. Your ex now knows how he made you feel in the past. The karmic is an absolute nightmare for him to deal with on the daily. For those of you who were married to this man and had children with him, you regret the marriage, but not the wonderful children that came out of it. When you discovered he was putting others before you, it was extremely painful. For some of you, you begin to wonder what was wrong with you. It turns out, though, that he was the problem all along, not you. You are now focused on studying, working, healing, and being a great mother, rather than focused on romantic love. If you mind your business, you stay out of drama, and you focus on your life goals. You choose home over the streets and strive to become a better version of yourself every day. Your ex dropped the woman that he should have adored, loved, and cherished. He kept the sneaky, sly one who was out for blood, the true snake. This mental prison that he is now stuck in is torturing him. He is being forced to reflect on how he treated you, how sneaky and cunning he was, how mean and cruel he was with your heart, how he thought that he was so high and mighty, and how he discarded you so quickly and so easily. The karmic behaves like she is your enemy, but you have never done anything to make her feel this way. It is all about this man. She is threatened because he still has feelings for you, DF. She's a strange one because she also looks up to you, is obsessed with you, is attracted to you, and she stalks you. He always thought that he was right and that you were wrong. Everything had to be his way or the highway. He thought he was perfect. He was a Mr. Know-it-all. What else would Spirit like to say to you today, Divine Feminine? It took so much courage and strength for you to, 1, finally walk away from him, and 2, stay away from him. Some of you DFs fought, then got back together with this man many times in the past, as you figured it was better the devil you know. For some of you, he is upset and frustrated because you cussed him out, then cut him out of your life. You cannot believe now that once upon a time you held this man in high honor. I will be rewarding all of you Divine Feminines in the collective in different ways. For some of you, it will come in the form of tangible things like cars, houses, and possessions you always wanted but could never afford. Others of you will receive inheritances and unexpected money in your account. Other DFs will receive spiritual upgrades, including gifts of clairaudience and clairvoyance. You just wish that he would stop wasting his time being regretful and remorseful now. You also wish that he would stop thinking of you heavily, because that is what is keeping him all up in your energy, Divine Feminine. You probably don't believe this, but he hates that you have slammed the door in his face now. But he is the one who broke your heart one too many times. For a lot of these masculines, they met the karmic either online, at work, at a club, or on a dating site, or through friends of friends. Your ex is in victim mentality now. He lost you, and he is having a pity party for himself. He chose her and sealed his fate though. He chose what he chose. He acted as though he was it and that you were fortunate to have him. He is an arrogant love-me-do. A small minority of you are completely traumatized by this ex. You may even have PTSD. Some of you are focused very much on your career now. This leaves you little time to even think about this ex anymore. You are a goddess, and this man made you an option by putting you in a third-party situation. Divine Feminine, you could meet somebody tomorrow who has better intentions for you than someone you've known forever. Time means nothing. Character does. Your new Divine Masculine is on his way to you. A safe man will come into your life and treat you correctly. No sneaky stuff, no half love, no extra females, no inconsistency, just you and you only. This is what you want next year. For some of you, this man actually told you that he always gets what he wants in life. He doesn't care what he has to do or who he has to hurt or step on in order to get his own way. The karma in this entire situation with your ex is that you get to move on with your life. You are happy with no regrets whatsoever. Your mind is clear, whereas he is, on the other hand, trapped in a mental prison with nothing but misery, sadness, and a would've, could've, should've mentality. The ones that doubted you and thought that you wouldn't amount to much have to swallow their words now. I have blessed you with resilience, strong intuition, and the gift of discernment. If you are a tarot reader, your ex and the karmic listen to every single reading that you post. They have their notification bell on so that they are alerted to every single reading that you post. For a minority of you DFs, your ex was always at his friend's place. You had no idea that he was having a sexual relationship with him. That is why he fought with you when you told him that he was spending way too much time with his friend. Now you know why. This man turned out to be so much worse than you ever could have imagined. Divine Feminine, he thought that you wouldn't cope with his absence, but you have excelled instead. I am extremely proud of your loyalty to me and your abilities concerning your level up, your growing gifts, your ability to keep reinventing yourself, and your resilience to bounce back from horrible things that you endured in your past. He was always distracted by new people and new conquests. You made it really easy for him to pursue these interests when you moved out of the way and took yourself out of the equation. DF, you have gotten so much clarity concerning him and his extracurricular activities, and you would never accept these behaviors back again into your life. Your ex keeps not only women, but men too, on rotation in order to satisfy his sex addiction. Make sure to pray each and every day if you are religious. It will give you hope and help you feel secure, safe, and protected by a higher being in this life. The sad part is that some of these masculines think that you have cursed them. You are actually a blessing granted to them by me. This is so ridiculous. It came from this trifling karmic who is always spinning lies about you to him. He is so gullible. Learn from the past, but don't live in the past, Divine Feminine. He hid his shonky past from you. He has been in jail or prison before. DF, you want romance. You want intimacy. You want consistency, loyalty, and admiration. You want date nights. You want love that is pure and true. You want it because you know that you can return it. It's all about sex with this ex. He's a sexual deviant. This term refers to behaviours where individuals seek erotic gratification through means that are considered odd, different, or unacceptable to most people in the community. Examples include masochism, voyeurism, and exhibitionism. He was originally a soulmate. However, now he is a karmic soulmate. If you had have stayed with him, he only would have caused you more pain, heartache, and distress. He uses sex to attach himself to women and to create an emotional connection with them so that they never leave him. He has led so many people on and broken so many hearts before he even encountered you, dear. None of these people have ever reacted in the way that you did, though. You gave him a run for his money. This quote sums up how you feel about him, Divine Feminine. It was because you loved him that you stayed. It was because you loved him that you put up with his garbage and forgave him. But it is because you loved you that you had to go. It's because you loved you that you couldn't allow him to treat you less than you deserved. It's because you loved you that even after you forgave him, you wouldn't give him the chance to damage you any further. Sometimes the only way that you can free your hands for the future is to cut your losses from the past. It wasn't fair or right and may never make any sense, but you need to stop giving any more of your precious life to it. Cutting hurtful people off and letting them live with whatever delusional story suits them best is top-tier self-care, Divine Feminine. He realizes now how content he was when you were in his life, despite the way he acted, so selfish, arrogant, moody, shady, and cocky. He manipulated everyone around him, not just his lovers. Despite you loving him dearly in the past, you still had to make the decision to let him go. You definitely made the right choice. I am very proud of you. He was blocking your blessings. Now you have made room for your blessings to come rushing in. He played endless mind games with you. He love-bombed you, manipulated you, and played with your heart. When you focus on me, DF, you begin to listen to your higher self. This is why you are making great decisions now. You have a big blessing bubble around you right now. Your ancestors are keeping you as far away as possible from this unstable, controlling, unhinged ex of yours. They don't want your growth and progress to be hindered in any way. You really love being in hermit mode. You really enjoy your own time, DF. You have left him to live his life with his flying monkeys, the Karmics, and in nothing but a circus that he has created for himself. You are on the outside looking in now. He never fully appreciated your value until you were no longer with him. It really hurts him to know that you don't want him back again. You hurt his pride and his ego. You think he has such a hide to even contemplate coming back to you. After all, he is playing house over there with a karmic woman. Divine Feminine, I send you divine advice and divine messages daily. I blessed him by bringing you into his life. He disrespected me by abandoning an anointed, chosen one that is you. That's why his karma is so bad. Some of you Divine Feminines had to get a restraining order out on this ex. You are a true survivor, Divine Feminine. Your knowledge of spirituality is growing by the day. I am very impressed, Divine Feminine. You have realized now that losing this ex has brought in rewards for you. He wasn't right for you, and I knew that. You deserve so much better. You are of high honor. You are getting respect and admiration for your hard work and your dedication to your life purpose. You learned to walk away from anything that doesn't lift your spirit and nurture your heart. Most of the time, you cannot control who you fall in love with. The heart wants what it wants. Sometimes the one that you fall for is not good for you at all. This is what happened with you, Divine Feminine, with your ex. The sweetest part of the day is when you pray, because you are talking to the one who loves you the most. His biggest mistake was presuming that this karmic was going to love him in the way that you did. His character is now being assassinated. People around him are seeing him for who he truly is. He has attempted to find you in other people. No one that he has met before or after you has even come close. This is why he is so frustrated now. For a minority of you DS, you never even got to the point of a relationship with this guy. It just didn't take off. You met online and talked and texted, but never met in the flesh. Trust me, that was me protecting you from him. He has created loads of soul ties in his lifetime. You are never going to chase after this man. You are too divine to ever fight, scream, or beg a man to come back to you. It is just not your thing. You prefer to put your energy into other, more constructive things in your life. The love bombing that you experienced with him was so over the top. You had never heard such promises from anyone, ever, in such a short period of time. He said he loved you, wanted to move in together, straight away, and even get married quickly. This ex used you for your energy, your optimistic attitude, your dharma, your love, your comfort, your kindness, your sweet nature, your lovely words, your empathetic nature, your peace, your counseling skills, and your ability to automatically make him feel better, and your healing abilities. He left you out in the cold first, DF, when he left for this karmic. Then you did it back to him when you cut all ties to him completely. He really was not expecting you to do this. Your ex uses people. He is egotistical and vain and thinks the world owes him a living. He thinks that he has a right to have a comfortable life without having to make any effort at all. You want a man who wants you and only you, Divine Feminine. You are not interested in being one of many options to a man. Some of these karmics got pregnant on purpose to trap this masculine and keep him away from you, Divine Feminine. This karmic has actually become sick of the way that he treats her. She only stays because she couldn't bear to see you and him have a reconciliation. How toxic is that? He betrayed you by choosing the karmic, then he ghosted you. It caused you a lot of pain. However, you then got into spirituality, and it has really helped you turn your life around. He wanted no strings attached. However, along the way, he caught feelings for you. Some of you found evidence of him being with others, either from his phone, his computer, or from someone telling you. This was such a devastating blow for you. The proof was so difficult to accept, but it also helped you to distance yourself from him. He was so cruel for breaking your heart the way he did. He had you in the Eight of Swords energy, completely stuck. I freed you though. I had to. You felt trapped, restrained, and hopeless. You are excelling now that you have your freedom back. Your energy is clear and positive now. I will never ever allow anyone, especially this ex, to come in and get you back into that negative state ever again. Divine Feminine, some losses set you free. In the beginning, you were 100% sure that this man was the right one for you. Others around you had doubts and saw red flags that you couldn't because you had fallen too hard for him. Others around you were weary and felt as though he was hiding a lot from you. Have you ever noticed that throughout your life, people have always come to you, 1, to ask for advice, and 2, to confide in you about their problems? This is because you are a born healer. You have even had strangers approach you, pouring out their heart to you and their life story. It is definitely your bright aura that attracts people to you. Always remember your worth, Divine Feminine. You are 1 in a million. Your ancestors adore you. They have taken so many blows for you. The way in which they protect you is unbelievable, especially concerning the karmic spiritual attacks. Your ancestors send her black magic right back to her doorstep. The work that you have done on yourself is commendable. You are a queen rising. I have a lot of different blessings lined up for you. Some of them will completely shock you. This is the end of part 1. I will see you in part 2 again. Bye.